Welcome everyone to episode 3 of Average Joe. We've made another big upgrade this week. As you can see, the VRS Direct Force Pro is now attached to my Next Level Racing GT Track rig, and we've also got a Polsimer F74 rim, which I ordered online. To be honest, from my research, one of the best value rims that I could find, and the quality is amazing. So far, incredibly happy. I've got the LED version in there. You can go over to polsimer.pl. I'll actually put a link in the bottom because great guy. It was amazing customer service. The shipping was really fast, and it was great value for money compared to everything else on the market. So I'll show you that in just here in a little second. But yeah, the VRS Direct Force Pro, easy to set up. I have to say, I did have to drill a couple of holes in the GT track to actually get it in there. It is pre-drilled for, you know, your Fanatec, your Thrustmasters, but here for the midge motors, I think certain brackets aren't going to fit onto it. So I had to drill 4 holes into it, which was not a problem, easily done. And to be honest, so far, I mean, you can see there's a tiny little bit of play there, but it's really not noticeable whatsoever when you're actually driving. You'll actually see in today's race that I do have a little bit of vibration. I need to actually check whether I've got everything tightened up. Actually, looking down there, I can see that there's one screw that's maybe not fully tightened, and so you know that's on me here, just to go out and make sure that one of the 5 million bolts holding this thing together are fully tightened. But otherwise, extremely solid and happy. In terms of the first kind of impressions here, I'll talk a little bit as we race as well, but just the night and day difference between this and obviously the Thrustmaster T150 that I was using before, the forces that it puts out. You know, I'm using it on less than 50%, 45% to be precise, strength. So it's kind of crazy, the forces that this thing puts out there. You definitely need to be a little bit careful, you know, hands off when the crash is coming up. But I have to say, as a general first impression for the jump over, absolutely worth it. And I already, you know, I can feel myself being a lot more consistent. You can feel a lot more when you're losing the car. You can feel every single bump. Like there are bumps in the road that I never knew existed before, let's put it that way. So yeah, incredibly happy. Let's show you a little bit from my view, my rim as well, because I think it really deserves the attention. This is the Polsimer F74 LED version. You see there with the LED strip. Excuse my my scruffy gloves. They are a little bit old. They're actually my mountain bike gloves, which are perfectly grippy. I found though to be using on this thing. Really happy. Great little rim. Obviously 8 of these Knitter switches, which you can have the more basic switches. They cost then a little bit less, but I felt that upgrade was worth it. You know, a few dials and what have you. So far, not able to use everything and not really kind of tried to just yet, I have to admit. It's a case, I think, of me figuring out what exactly I need on the wheel and getting that all ready. But so far, incredibly happy. And for the price, I don't think you can actually beat this rim right now. I'll be talking obviously a lot more during this race and throughout this series about the rim and the wheelbase, the pedals and everything else. So if you guys have any specific questions, do let me know in the comments and I'll definitely answer those for you. But that brings us on to today's race. Almost no practice going into Alton Park. The Formula V on the historic layout, which is the layout that I've not actually raced before. Not had much practice coming into it, but did manage to qualify P3, so definitely happy about that one. But as you'll see, it's a bit of a chaotic race. We're just trying to stay safe. We'll see if we can manage to get ourselves a podium.
P3, 12 minutes.
So, here we go then. P3.
Okay, Joe, get ready.
What can we do?
Go.
What the hell? What just happened there then?
Left side. Left is clear. Car left.
What is this for a race?
Clear on the left now.
I mean, that guy's... Oh, God, we've got a blinker in front of us as well. That's bad news. Let's take this really steadily.
Looks like P2's gone off in Cascades. Quota
What a
is leading the
start to
race.
this one, then. That guy just totally jumped the start for whatever reason. I'm playing this one so defensively. And a blinker in front
Decent start.
is
We can
never
build
good.
something from here. We think P6 has binned it in Island Hairpin.
But in terms of position, this is all good. So you can maybe hear with the new wheelbase, my rig has only when I'm turning right some big vibrations, which I'm not sure if there's just a couple of screws that aren't fully tightened here, but I need to take a look at that after this race for sure. But it only obviously seems to be happening when we're clipping. I'm a little bit worried about this. I'm going to brake him super early. Okay, I need to get past this guy as quickly as possible here. He seems to have stopped blinking for now though, so that's
Okay, Joe, keep doing what you're doing. This is
sign.
spot on. P2.
but we'll continue to play it a little bit defensively. There's no place to pass him really here, so
He's
it's
got
better
10 minutes
just to
left, 10 minutes
let
to
him
go.
do his thing. And his thing is to spin off. Okay. Whew. What a start. And I'm braking really early for this. And right now, so obviously we're in rookie class, so the same kind of applies that applied in the last two videos, which is get through it as safe as possible. Position being secondary, but you know, we're sighting first, so we want to make sure that we keep a hold of this. Right now we have 4.5 seconds between us and P2.
No bother, but that's probably why you keep on spinning out on that corner, because you're going too fast.
Okay. So, hopefully not many people are chatting in this one, because it seems like my radio is pretty loud. Ooh. It seems to me like we can probably just cruise this one out and take a win. So let's just try and keep
You're
safe.
in the lead. That lap was a
Not push too
137.9.
much, just try and avoid any off tracks. Try not to spin. There are a couple of places where you can spin fairly easily on this track, to be honest. Wow. You can hear when I'm clipping on the curbs, there's definitely some vibration. So I need to have a little look at what's causing that. But so far I have to say, you know, I've done a couple of laps here and there and just trying to get used to the wheel, to be honest, and get used to the strength, because that's for me the absolute biggest difference is obviously the amount of force feedback you get in, the power you actually need to put through the wheel to make the turns. But of course you can the difference is night and day. Like, you can feel every little bump. And I've only got the Direct Force Pro set to 45% strength right now, which is, you know, not exactly high. Let's not crash. I spoke to a lot of the guys on the VRS
Sorry if that was me, Julian. I didn't think I'd touched it.
Discord. Really helpful bunch of guys.
We're currently
Awesome
setting the
community
pace.
over there. So if you have a VRS
New
Direct
fastest
Force
lap
Pro
for
or are
Quota,
thinking of getting one,
137.8.
definitely make sure you get yourself over to the Discord there. from VRS. Really helped me out, especially in the first days where I was, you know, really trying to just figure out, am I just this weak? Or do I have my settings wrong? What do I need to do? Let's try and... This corner's really not optimized just yet. Braking far too early. Did watch a little track guide early on. Obviously I've done what feels like a million laps of Alton Park, but I think this is the first time that I'm actually driving this layout.
Alright Joe, halfway home, fuel's good.
Halfway already. Nice. 3 seconds to P2. It was 4 seconds at some point, 4.5 seconds even at one point, so maybe get our head down and do a couple of decent laps here. Some smoke off in the distance, but doesn't look on a relative like there's anyone in close proximity, so we should be totally fine with that.
There's a car rejoining in front.
But yeah, as I said, all in all, I mean, I don't think this is obviously the best testing ground maybe for a direct drive wheel, but I have done some GT3 driving in, you know, some test drives and what have you.
137.3.
Such a dream being able to actually feel the car rather than, you know, I have to say with the Thrustmaster wheel,
Just
of course,
5 minutes left. Hold
you
your
get what
nerve.
you pay for, I guess, in the end of the day, but the actual feeling of, you know, what the car is doing, you can catch it much easier, which is obviously for someone like me who is a very average driver, being able to feel when the car's about to go is an absolute godsend. But I'm yet to trust myself
behind is now 2.9 seconds
on my main account and jump into any of the GT3 challenge races or a VRS sprint, but this week is Spa, so may trust myself to give it a first go. I did get the Porsche 911 GT3R, and it feels absolutely amazing, so we might just trust ourselves to do that this week on Spa, since I think Spa's one of the tracks that I've driven the most back on the other wheel. But for this account, we are concentrating on getting out of rookies. Oh, I hit that curve a little bit too hard, and I'm just a little bit worried obviously here with Julian in front, who crashed out on lap 4 by the looks of
That's
it.
your best lap in this session.
And has
Fastest
already
lap for Crota, 137.1.
been in for his repair. So we'll probably give him a wide berth. The guy behind is now 2.4 seconds, so he's definitely not slow. Oh. Looks like that corner is where we're losing a fair amount of time. He's made up 2 or 3 tenths even. And I guess that corner's not going to be much faster. Yeah. Only a couple of laps left to go though, so in theory, if Julian doesn't throw us a curveball, then we should be fine. I think this corner you can actually get around without lifting, but at this point I'm in a better safe than sorry kind of position, right? We're in first. Trying to just avoid any incident points. I don't really want to be taking a battle with a back marker, which, as you can see,
car on your left.
I'm having, whether I like
Stay
it
there,
or not.
clear on the left.
Thanks, Justin. Or Julian.
There's an incident in Cascades.
I'll have to see if that was a good thing or
That's
not.
a new fastest lap for Crota, 137.0. Sector 2
Okay,
is
we're gonna get a 1x
0.3.
here.
Off the
Oh,
pace.
no.
Okay,
He
Joe,
managed to
your lap
keep a
time's
hold of
pretty
it.
On your left.
Okay, but he's...
Hold your line. Left is clear now.
2 minutes to
Okay,
go.
he's going
2
too
minutes.
wide here, so... He wants to battle. We definitely don't want to battle. But Juan behind us is catching up.
On your left. Stay on your line.
Really?
Clear left. Car is on your right. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your
Let him
line.
go.
Clear on the right.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
It's okay. Not too worried about winning or finishing second at this point. I really would have liked to not have had that 4X. And Juan's a blinker. Great. Of course, he's defending. He wants to win here, which I can totally understand. As a white flag comes out. So 1 lap to go then. Julian's probably annoyed that I called him Justin.
Okay, Joe, 1 more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. Your lap time was 1:39.8.
Left side.
It's not really a passing place.
Hold your line.
We're here now, so
Clear on the left now.
we're here. This is really dangerous, obviously.
Car left. The left is clear. Car on your left. Still there. Still there.
Okay, he's got me. Yeah.
Still there. Still there.
Why is he coming over?
Clear on the left.
Let him go. P2 will be fine. I would have had him there if I'd have done better on that corner. I'm still going to get a bit of draft, but... Whoa, buddy. All good, P2.
Great drive, that's a podium.
We're getting off the track here while we've got some empty track behind us. P2. We'll take that one. We'll take that one. Let's have a look then at the final scores on the doors. A 0.03 increase in safety rating, which is okay. We can take that. Would have obviously been nicer without that 4X there into the penultimate lap, but it is what it is. A few, obviously, D and C class racers in there as well. Julian actually lost 0.25 and 68 I rating there, and well, sorry Julian for calling you Justin, and I guess I got my payback for that with that 4X in the end. So decent little increase and a nice little race with P2. So that's it then for episode 3, the first race here in this series on the new VRS Direct Force Pro direct drive wheelbase. And have to say, you know, a couple of little tweaks still to be needed. I'm sure, you know, this is really going to be a practice thing and getting used to the force that this thing can really put out. I have to say, you know, after a longer session, obviously this is just a quick race, but when I've done, you know, an hour and a half's worth of practice, you really do start to feel it. So hopefully they'll build up some muscle as we go. Maybe this is the weight loss program that we've been needing all along. But yeah, great little episode 3. You know, our next episodes are going to be now focused on, now that we've upgraded basically everything that we wanted to upgrade for the start. You know, new wheelbase, new rim, We've got the rig here. We've got the new pedals in as well. Now it's going to be about fine-tuning and, you know, really putting in the work to get out of the rookie class. I think we're going to be switching in, you know, between Formula V and between the Mazda MX-5 Global Series as well, so that we can do a few Mazda races. There's some nice tracks coming up as well, which I really like. So we'll dive in between the two, sorry, and then try and get ourselves out of rookie, get used to this, see how much faster we can make ourselves. And there's definitely a lot of room to go upwards when it comes to our lap times. So thanks for tuning in. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and subscribe if you aren't already. I'll see you next time.